Hi everybody, Alex Employer from Expert Forex, and in this video I'm going to show you why the Canadian dollar is the best currency to trade. Now when you're looking at a currency to trade, you are looking for consistent price action, because consistent price action will give you the edge that you need in the market. And then once you spot that price action, you want an easy way of trading that price action to consistently bring you gains. And then you want that currency to have strong trends or volatility, because there's nothing worse than knowing the direction in which the trend will go and it goes for about 7 pips and that's all that you get out of that particular move. You want a strong trend to happen. Okay, so let's look at the Canadian dollar, and on the charts here you see the volatility as expressed in the hours of the day. So there are 24 bars there, and these bars are in Australian time. So when it says 0, it's most probably midnight in Australia. But can you see the consistency of the Canadian dollar? It has one peak during the day. Lots of currencies have a number of peaks, but it has one major peak, and here you can see the New Zealand CAD, major peak over there. CAD GN, major peak over there. Aussie CAD, major peak, and then the CAD franc, major peak. And if we look at the other crosses that there are, the US CAD, big peak, pound CAD, big peak, and then the Euro CAD, big peak. So there we've identified a pattern in the market where the Canadian will always peak at that particular time of day, which is roughly just after the US market has opened. That's when that peak in fact happens. But also what you want to look at is how big is the movement during those peak hours, and these charts give you the movement. Like for instance there you can see that the movement is roughly 42 pips. That one is 40 pips. That one is about 38 pips. And if we go backwards again, we'll see that these are only 24 pips. That one's 29. That's only 20. And that's 22. Now, that's important, because you don't want to trade the ones that have very little volatility. You want to trade the ones that have higher volatility. Now, so we've gone a long way already. We've identified the time of day to trade the CAD crosses, and we've said, no, we're not going to trade all of the CAD crosses. We're going to trade the ones that have the really high volatility. And if you think about it, 40 pip movement in 1 hour in the day is quite considerable in the current market that has relatively low volatility compared to previous years. So now that we've identified that volatility process, we then can go to the actual charts and we can say, all right, let's compare that to the charts. And what you'll see, and I've marked that particular time with those red dotted lines there, and you'll see lots of those red dotted lines happen just before what we call long candles of volatile moves in the market that go in a very strong direction. And if you take the US CAD there was a beautiful example of a long candle. Sometimes it doesn't happen like there, but there, look at those long candles there. Start of a nice trend over there. Look at those long candles going up there, long candles going up there. So what we've identified here is a time of day when you can get really nice long candles, and it's pretty easy to find the direction of the candle. You can see we've got moving averages, and they just point up when those events happen. Further down here, the New Zealand, look at those long candles, look at those long candles that are, and look at those long candles that are happening at those times of day. Really fantastic discovery. It gives you an edge in the market. All you need to do is climb on that wave that is happening at that time and just surf it right to the end. Then if we look at the CAD in more detail and we look at the time frames, it's obviously a lot better to use very low time frames if you're day trading. Like for instance, I've got the 15-minute here, and you can see how accurately you can actually catch those long trends if you use shorter time frames. And in fact, even the 5-minute is a much better time frame that you can use with the 15-minute and possibly the 1-hour charts, because the 4-hour is too late. By the time the candle is closed, the move is over, and it's a huge move normally at that time of day. Even the 1-hour one, if you look there, the candles already moved so much, you can't really trade at that point. But if you're using the 15-minute, you can see the break of resistance, and you can get into those trades a lot quicker, especially with a 5-minute, as I've mentioned before. Now, the other thing about the CAD that I like, it can be a very volatile currency. And if you look at the ATR, that's the average true range that a currency trades through during a week or a day or so on. We've got a very special indicator here called the 360 market view, and you can look at all kinds of indicators on it. I'm just looking at the ATR because that defines how much a currency trades in a particular time frame. And you can see, if you take all the major currencies that we trade, the CAD is above average in most cases. So it's a nice volatile type of currency. It moves a lot and has that, and it gives you the edge that you know what time of day the CAD is most likely to trade. Now, why is this all relevant? Because there's been a movement in the market where a lot of traders have found fantastic techniques to trade, and it is giving them the ability to become professional traders. In other words, they can now trade other people's money if they come up with a robust system that they can apply. And this is what we have been focusing on over the last couple of months, is that coming up with systems that will allow traders to become professional traders. And here's an example of a firm, FTMO, that will give traders capital to trade if they can prove that they are consistent traders. And when you've got an edge like in the Canadian dollar, where you know there's going to be movement every day, strong movement every day, that is what you need to build a system to trade these kind of opportunities. Now, we've also been developing our robots, and we have in the past focused on swing trading robots that are set and forget over a long period of time, but we have recently moved towards day trading robots. And in fact, you can do day trading over a long period of time using the same settings. And we've created the Make Money day trading robot, and then also the Trend Trader. And those are currently being traded by our clients on a day trading basis, and really fantastic results in terms of controlling drawdowns. The biggest thing in forex trading is you can blow your account if you don't control your drawdown. So one of the beauties of this proprietary trading, where you're trading other people's money, is it teaches traders to control drawdowns. So what we've done is we've taken these two EAs, and I will be providing the links of all the items that I'm discussing in this video in the first commentary of the video, as well as in the description of the video. So don't worry about writing these links down. And what we've now done is we've actually gone and done set files around that period that we've identified for the CAD, which is a very strong movement, and we have taken only the most volatile crosses of the CAD, and there they are, the most volatile crosses, and we've created set files for the Trend Trader and the Make Money day trader, and they are the set files that are now available. And I must just say, look, set files merely are the settings that work best in the past, and we've only analyzed the last 4 weeks to get these set files. But what they do is they show us the potential that's possible, but it also shows us that the EAs can be traded in a risk control basis, because if you look at the gains that have been made over the last 4 weeks, and these set files have been specifically created with proprietary trading into account. So we're only going for those really critical ratios that you need for proprietary trading. So the gains, you need roughly 10% gain for a 4-week period. So all the gains have been pretty good and would have qualified quite nicely. Then there's a drawdown that they set, and they say you're not allowed to draw down more than 5% of the account that they provide. So there's two types of drawdown. There's absolute drawdowns, and then there's a maximum drawdown. So during the trading of these currencies in using these EAs, the absolute drawdowns, as you can see, are relatively low. So that is the most. Let's say you're trading $10,000. That is the most that the drawdown reached over a 4-week period. Then you get maximum drawdown. Now that is the maximum drawdown that you encounter throughout the month's trading. So you might make a nice big profit, and then there's a drawdown. Now it's measuring that maximum drawdown, and it's generally a lot higher than the absolute one, and you can see that they are all well below the 5% mark that proprietary firms set. So we are working towards providing our clients with tools to become professional traders by providing these set files, but providing these day trading robots. And when I just remind you that when I'm saying day trading robots, you can actually set it on a Sunday night, let it trade for the whole week without touching it at all, and then review the results on a Friday. So it's not robots that you have to set up every day. You can just run it for a week, see the results. If the results are good, don't touch it, just keep on trading with those settings. If they're not that good, you can fiddle around and change them, do some sensitivity changes. Now these set files are available on our paid forum, because there's a lot of work that goes into these creating these set files, and that's one of the benefits of being a member of our paid forum. You can get the benefit of these more advanced settings. We do have free settings for these, the trend trader and the make money day trader, which is freely available. In fact, you can actually have a look at them before you purchase on our main page at expertforex.com. But here's the address for forum members, paid forum members, to go and find these set files for the Canadian dollar, for the trend trader and the make money EA. Now, I hope you found this video educational and interesting, and it's made you think about how to find an edge in the market. And often things like the Canadian dollar do not jump out in discussions between traders. I remember when the very first trading course that I ever did in South Africa, there was a group of traders together, and the one guy only traded the CAD. And I looked at him and I thought, how narrow could that be? Why is this guy only trading the CAD? But now I understand that it's because of the price action of that CAD. It has such a regular price action, a dependable price action, and that's all you're looking for to create an edge in the market. Links to any of the information mentioned in this video will be available in the description of the video, as well as in the commentary of the video. So from me, Alex Deploy, cheerio.